Welcome, my dear students of history, students of class 9A and 9B. Welcome to my history class. Today's lesson, as I mentioned in the board, please look at it. New ideas and religions. New ideas and religions. And some points also are mentioned here. Please look at it. Enlightenment, Dharma Pravartana, Parinirvana, teachings of Lord Buddha. Chapter number 3, topic, New Ideas and Religions. My dear students of 9 and 9B, in my history class, I would like to give importance to this topic in a sense. This topic has a great value for the upliftment of mankind. It has a great value because it can uplift the sense of responsibility. It can uplift the human form among all human beings. That means a person who is very, very harsh, a person who is very much, unsympathetic, a person who doesn't care of, the problems of human beings, does not like to extend any cooperation towards the needy people. This system encouraged people during the contemporary age when Lord Buddha left his house, vast palace, at the age of 29. Now Lord Buddha, why did he leave his palace? Lord Buddha left his palace in order to face eternal truth, in order to ask some questions, answer to the educated people. But there was none to answer his queries. Why? Because their knowledge was incomplete. Lord Buddha realized. That's why Lord Buddha chose hard penance. He chose hard penance and reduced his body to a form of skeleton. And then he realized that it was of no use giving punishment to the body was not the right way of solution. Then what to do? He adopted the policy of meditation. And he led ascetic life. He led ascetic life for about 49 years under a peepal tree. And during that time, the first batch of disciples who were with him, only 5 disciples were with him, who received all teachings and preachings who received knowledge from Lord Buddha, sitting in front of him. And Lord Buddha was under a peepal tree or bodhi tree, taught them. They received knowledge orally from Lord Buddha. And then, the system by which Lord Buddha preached his first sermon, and by system by which Lord Buddha, instead of giving hard penance, in spite of giving punishment to the body, he chose another technique, another method, and he meditated for about 49 days. He meditated for about 49 days under a peepal tree and attained enlightenment and saw the truth. This enlightenment made him a complete man, a complete man. So what queries, what questions he raised before the educated person, before the learned person, they failed to clarify it perfectly. That's why Lord Buddha, Gautama Buddha, he moved here and there in order to gain knowledge, in order to solve the problems of his queries, Dharma Pravartana. And this system of preaching is known as Dharma Pravartana. Dharma Pravartana means turning of the wheel of law in Buddhism. Gautam Buddha preached his first sermon at Sarnath, and that's why this Sarnath, the place where he preached his first sermon, is known as Dharma Pravartana. And how many disciples were there? There were 5 holy men, became disciples of Lord Buddha and formed the core of Buddhist monastic order. Who were they? They were the 5 holy men who received knowledge directly from Lord Buddha. They formed the core of Buddhist monastic order. And Gautam Buddha preached for about 45 years, traveling all over the Tarai region, means India-Nepal border. But he did it with a view to spread his ideas about eternal truth, eternal bliss, and ultimately made so many followers, so many rulers patronized his religious concept, Buddhism. Buddha attained his Parivarnava. Buddha attained his Parinirvana at the age of 80. At the age of 80, in modern Uttar Pradesh, in Kushinagar, he attained his Parinirvana, and this Parinirvana made him a pious man, a religious person, a holy person. In the year 1483 BCE, Lord Buddha attained his Parinirvana at the age of 80 in Kushinagar in modern Uttar Pradesh. His bodily remains were distributed amongst his followers, and they raised stupas, a number of stupas over there for making the bodily remains of Lord Buddha holy sites and holy places of pilgrimage. They constructed a number of stupas and monasteries over there. So this is about Lord Buddha's enlightenment, Lord Buddha's Dharma Pravartana, and Lord Buddha's first sermon, Lord Buddha's Parinirvana. Lord Buddha's Parinirvana at the age of 80. Now, I am discussing about the teachings of Lord Buddha. The teachings of Lord Buddha. What did he teach? Lord Buddha teachings and preachings were done by his followers. Now, the system by which he taught was 4 noble truths. Buddhism states that life has 4 noble truths. Life has 4 noble truths. Now, what are these 4 noble truths? Number 1, the world is full of suffering. The world is full of suffering. Suffering is caused by human desires. Suffering is caused by human desires. It can be easily avoided, but it is depending on human desires whether they would lead a very, very suffered life. That's why suffering is caused by human desires. The renunciation of desires is the path to salvation. Renunciation. Renunciation of desires is the path to salvation. That means Lord Buddha meditated for 49 years, and then during that time he realized that giving punishment to body was nothing but a sin. Now what to do? Meditation was the only way through which a person can make him a complete man, can make him pious and holy person. Meditation, strict meditation. And for that reason, Lord Buddha's 5 holy men who received knowledge from him, they formed Buddhist monastic order and decided to preach Lord Buddha's preachings and teaching, whatever they received directly from Lord Buddha. These teachings, that means as per these teachings, in our life there will be 4 noble truths, and these 4 noble truths: first one, the world is full of suffering. Number 2, suffering is caused by human desires. Number 3, the renunciation of desires is the path to salvation. Salvation can be achieved. Salvation can be achieved by following Eightfold Path. That means other Eightfold Path also is important. Salvation can be achieved. Salvation means the extreme, point of meditation. Extreme point of meditation is known as salvation. But it can be achieved by means of following the Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path, it is also referred to as the middle path. According to Lord Buddha, the Eightfold Path is known as middle path. As Buddha believed that life was about striking a balance, he stated the steps along a middle path. He realized from experience that extreme penance doesn't lead to enlightenment, and also knew that self-indulgence only causes the soul to degenerate further. Self-indulgence only causes the soul to degenerate further. Therefore, the right path was the Eightfold Path, means Ashtangika mark. The Rightfold Path was the only process, only method of solving all human problems. And that's why he gave importance to Eightfold Path. Before, but today time is not there. I shall discuss it in the next day about about the doctrine introduced by Lord Buddha. Now, what is Eightfold Path? Already, I think you have understood properly what is Eightfold Path. Eightfold Path means middle path. Lord Buddha described it from his past experience, because once he gave severe punishment to his body and formed a skeleton figure. His body reduced to a skeleton. Why? Because of that hard penance, hard punishment he gave to his body in order to reach his goal, in order to make his mind purified. But later on he followed a policy of middle path. He realized that enlightenment, to make sure enlightenment, giving hard punishment to the body was not the right way, right path. Then what to do? He decided to adopt a policy of middle path, and he remained under people tree for about 49 days and under a system of meditation. And this meditation gave him enlightenment, and he obtained the title Enlightened One, Gautam Buddha. That's why. And then he preached his first sermon at Sarnath, and this system by which he obtained the title Enlightened One and preached his first sermon at Sarnath, this system is known as Dharma Pravartana, means turning of the wheel of law in Buddhism. And the teachings of Buddhism: the world is full of suffering. Suffering is caused by human desires. The renunciation of desire is the path to salvation. and salvation can be achieved by following Eightfold Path. So these are the following teachings of Lord Buddha. Beside the Eightfold Path is referred to as the middle path, as Buddha believed that life was about striking a balance. He stated the steps along with the middle path. He realized that experience that extreme penance doesn't lead to enlightenment, and also knew that self-indulgence only become a cause. The soul become a cause of dissatisfaction. Sometimes the soul has to face problems and degenerate it further. Therefore, the right path was the Eightfold Path, means Ashtangika mark. Ashtangika mark, what is Ashtangika mark? Number 1, it is not mentioned in your book, but I am clarifying it in a very shortest form. Ashtangika mark, since it is this portion is not mentioned in your book, so no question will come from there, okay? Make sure it. But for your better understanding, I am clarifying what is Ashtangika mark. Number 1, the eternal truth of life. Learning the eternal truth or facing the eternal truth of life is very important to each and every human being. Number 1. Number 2, a person must be honest. A person must be dedicated in his duties and responsibilities. Number 3, each and every person would have responsibility to adopt the policy of salvation. Number 4, each and every person would not give punishment to his body. Everyone would have to maintain a very good health by means of meditation, by means of regular physical exercise early in the morning and even in the evening. And another one, no one would create any disturbances for other one. Everyone would enjoy life with others unitedly, and no one would create any trouble for any person who requires help. Everyone must help him or her so that he must come out of his problems. So these are the 8 Ashtangik mark, Eightfold Path. By adopting this policy, Lord Buddha's monks, Lord Buddha's followers, they praised by constructing a number of monasteries and stupas and viharas, and monasteries were allowed for the students who used to come to receive knowledge of Buddhism, and a number of rulers, they patronized the concept of Buddhism, and under their financial assistance, a number of monasteries, viharas also are constructed. One of the most important was Sanchi Stupa. It was also constructed where the bodily remains of Lord Buddha also are preserved there, and it also had become a great important holy place for the pilgrimage center for the pilgrims. And next day I shall discuss about the doctrine of Lord Buddha, the doctrine of Buddhism. After this, thank you.